You're listening to the Limitless Broadcasting Network.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's the Boogeyman?
You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand? It's showtime.
Hello, guys, and welcome to You Can't Kill the Boogeyman podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Robby.
And I'm Sammi.
And today we got a special show for you. We have been a little behind on recording.
Yeah.
We apologize about that.
Just a little bit.
But we've been at several conventions. So if anybody who's seen us at the conventions, hello, this is a big shout out to you. We've been to Spooky Empire and Spookala.
And if you're watching it, you might recognize this guy.
Yeah, in the background.
He was hanging out with us for a couple days, Mr. Mikey. So
yeah, we went to Spooky Empire first. It was over May
your birthday,
19th through the 21st. What did you think of it? What did you think of the show?
I mean, it was fun. We got to meet Butch Patrick, and
Butch
that was
Patrick from the Munsters.
He was little Eddie Munster. He was
super nice,
so nice and friendly and chatty, and he was a great neighbor.
When we first set up our booth, we were the only ones over there.
Yes, we were all alone. And
when I got in the next morning, he was our neighbor, and I actually did not know who he was. Like, I knew he was from the Munsters because he had his poster up
he had a very large sign, like those banners that they always have hanging behind the stars.
But I was never a fan of the Munsters. Like, I think it's before my time.
I think we should definitely watch it and talk about it.
We will definitely cover that on this podcast, but there's only 2 seasons of it. I'm actually trying to get the licensing rights right now. So that's a process.
Yeah.
But he was super cool.
Yeah, he brought the Munster mobile. It was out front. It was very cool.
We should have gotten a picture of that, but we'll try to find it online. And
we were busy and tired.
Yeah, it was. When you do these events, people don't realize how tiring they are.
It's exhausting. You're there all day.
They're all day
8,
long.
10 hours. I mean, it's a long
And
day.
you got to be on your feet all day long, and you got to be on. You got to be wanting to talk to customers. You got to be wanting to promote. We're doing this because we want to promote our podcast network, and we have a streaming channel coming out soon, and we're trying to get people to more listeners on our podcast and more people on the streaming channel.
Yes. So when we were at Spooky Empire, it's different from Spookala. So Spooky Empire was at the DoubleTree by Universal Studios, like right across the street. Because actually Butch Patrick went to Universal on his last day.
Yeah, he dipped out early. And
he left a little early and went to Universal Studios.
He had somebody personally showing him around.
Of course he did, because he's Butch Patrick.
I mean, no offense to you, Butch, if you're listening, but is he really that famous still?
He's like in a classic monster show, and Universal really loves its classic monsters.
He showed me a new reel of a project he was working on, and I really hope
it takes off.
Because I think it's a clever idea.
Yeah,
maybe on their streaming channel. I hope it does, because it's a fantastic idea.
But so the DoubleTree, so it was at the end of the DoubleTree, because they had like a little convention center. So there were several rooms down there, because it's a convention center.
Absolutely.
Which is typical for shows. So there was one room where a lot of people were, and then we were in the hallway. We were literally right by the front doors.
You're right.
When you walked in, right on the left. So everyone was coming in to get their wristbands and register, and if they need to buy a ticket,
If you didn't really know where we were, you would blink and miss us.
We were right there. So it was us, and then Butch Patrick, and then there was like this little temporary tattoo place that was right
Yeah.
outside of the tattoo room, because there was a giant room just filled with tattoo artists.
Right.
And then there was like the little freeze-dried candy people.
Yes.
Robby enjoyed those. He did get some.
Yeah, I did.
And then right in front of us was the room where they had, it was like the auditorium. So that's where they had all of the panels, and they did the
everything like that.
The cosplay contest at the end. So that was like right there. But we couldn't see most of the panels because they shut the doors. But we could see the cosplay contest.
When we were at Spookala,
well, we'll get there.
I asked a lot of people and they were like, "Oh, we missed you." That's why I was saying if you did not know where we were,
you may not have seen us.
Because
we were not in the main area. We were in the hallway. Yeah. And we had less stuff. We just basically had some like t-shirts.
It was our first booth.
And some mystery boxes, which you did sell a couple of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a learning experience. That's what I told him. We're gonna kind of see the vibe, see what people like. They really like stickers and air fresheners. Yes. We're very big at Spooky Empire.
Yes.
Most definitely.
I noticed things sold differently at Spooky Empire than Spookala.
Yeah.
So.
And at Spooky Empire, vendors got to go to the after hours parties.
I like that a lot.
So we did go on Saturday, but didn't stay for long because we were very tired.
And they played a lot of classic rock, and we're not a bunch of classic rock people.
I'm probably more than you are.
I mean, I was trying to.
But we met a lot of fun people.
We met a lot of fun people.
So we were talking to people.
It was over my birthday, and a guy bought me a shot.
Oh yeah, he gave us this little.
And if you're listening, big shout out to you. Thank you for it. We still have it, by the way. But yeah, it was over my birthday, so not a whole lot of celebrating for that. It was just go.
It was very busy. Yeah.
It was very busy.
Yes.
We did not. We could have stayed there, but we didn't. We just wanted to go home because we figured it would be a better night's rest.
Yeah, because it's tiring.
But one thing I liked is it gave us a place to put our stuff. Like we had a bunch of equipment, so I could put it in the room and then leave for the night and then set it back up.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how it was going to be left unattended.
Yeah, because we were, again, in the hallway, not
in the main room.
Yeah. But it was still fun.
But like Spooky Empire, it takes over the whole hotel. So all the vendors and everybody that's coming in town for the event take over this whole hotel.
Yeah.
And
and probably nearby hotels.
Yeah. And it gets crazy. They party till like 2 a.m.
It was very loud. That was another thing, is I don't know how people were sleeping because it was very, very loud.
Very loud. I mean, if I was a guest at the hotel, I would actually get upset. But they rented out the whole hotel, and if you're just traveling, you were at SOL.
Yeah, for real.
But I liked how people were creative. I'm still working on the promo video from that, but that will be up shortly.
Yeah, so many great cosplays. It was insane.
People are just so like creative when it comes to their costumes.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I throw on a coat and people are like making things out of like styrofoam and
it's
plastic
insane.
And using 3D printers to make their costumes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very crazy. Do any costumes come to mind? Like,
it was that girl from that Fright Night Freddy, whatever it is. I still don't know. I guess we need to watch it because I still don't remember what it is. But she's the one who won the costume contest or the cosplay contest, and she should have, because it was fully handmade.
Yeah, she did a good job. Like I said, I got an interview of her that will be on our YouTube channel and our promo channel and everything like that. So Millie Bobby Brown,
she came.
That was a spectacle.
Insane.
Honestly, I did not think nearly as many people would buy her tickets as they did.
They were outside on Saturday.
Let me break it down for you. So it was a separate ticket into the event. So to get a picture with her, it was $250. To get an autograph with her, it was another $250. And to see her private panel, her show, it was another $250.
So it was like $750.
So total, and so many people did that. Like when we came to set up the next morning, there was a line out the door.
Yes.
Waiting on her.
Yes.
And
she was in her own separate
she
area.
had her own wing of Spooky Empire.
Yes.
And I hear she's a nice person, but I hear it was her dad making all those.
Who wants her by herself and all that, instead of being with the other celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how everybody else felt, but I mean, if you actually met her and actually had a talk with her and got a picture, let us know. Comment, and we'd love to have you on the show to talk about that experience.
And then who else did you go say hi to?
Heather.
Yeah.
From Scream. She was, if you don't know who she is, she's in the Scream 3. She's like, don't shoot, I'm only 17. I'm still trying to have her on as a guest. I'm working on it. But she was really cool. So big shout out to her.
Yeah, Heather Matarazzo, I think. Matarazzo.
Yeah, I got to meet her and her publicist. Her publicist is very cool. Butch actually knew who she was.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me because, you know, all the Hollywood types know each other. And people say that's not true. But yeah, all the Hollywood types know each other.
But she was very nice.
She was very nice. I mean, I saw her. We did go to the after parties and I wanted to say hey to her. But she was with her people. And I didn't want to just be like, oh, on some fan stuff.
Yeah.
So I I left the opportunity on the table. So next time I am hoping they will have her back and we can get her on the show.
Yeah.
But it's just very, very busy. It's expensive to be at that show. I mean, there are a lot of people that travel in for that show, and they have their own fan base. So the next Spooky Empire is in
right before Halloween,
October. It's the 20th anniversary. I actually met a couple of people from there, and I met them again at Spookala. I mean, one of them I just opened up. It was the first day. It was Friday, and she talked to me. It was a prison guard. She's a female prison guard.
Oh, that lady, yes.
And I want to say a big shout out. I can't remember your name, but thank you for buying the mystery box.
So are we moving on to Spookala?
I guess we can now.
Because you're going to talk about it. So, okay. So Spookala was literally like 3 weeks later.
Yes, it was 3 weeks later in Ocala.
Through the 11th.
Yes.
And this is completely different because it's in Ocala. And it's at the World Equestrian Center. So it's not a convention center.
No.
It's literally like a big freaking like horse ring, like a giant room. And that's what it is. There's no segregation. There's no separate rooms. Like it's a giant room. They just divide up.
I like that better.
It's a lot of, the atmosphere is different.
You remember the first time we tried to find it? We got lost on the property.
It's a
whole, if you don't know how to get where you're going, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
But once you figure it out, it's no problem.
And they had better signs, I think, this time that were more helpful.
Yeah.
And I think the website was a little more specific about exactly how to get there too, which was super helpful as well. So kudos to Spookala because it's only the third time they've done this. So that's really great that they're learning and, you know, they take feedback and it's really awesome.
I hear Spookala and Spooky Empire don't get along.
That's what we were told.
That's what we've told.
Yes.
That they don't actually get along.
Now we like everybody.
Yes, we like everybody.
Yeah, but we did like the vibe of Spookala with it being open. So you could literally look down where we were. Again, we were right near the doors, not right in front, but very close to the doors. We were actually like right by one of the foods, like little stations. We were literally across from that. And we could see the celebrities down at the end.
We met Seth Green.
We did like 3 times.
He's super. We got a picture. The first time he came up to the booth, like I mouthed, "Oh my God, that's Seth Green."
Yeah.
And he was looking right at me. He would had to be an idiot if he was like, "Oh, he did not know what I was saying." The
best part was though, like he just was like he was going around just to see what the vendors had and talk to everybody. But the best part was how he's just like,
"Hi, I'm Seth.
I'm Seth," and we were
like, "We know.
Yeah,
you don't have to be rude and not introduce yourself.
You. Yeah,
we know who you are.
We've seen you. We're fans. We know who you are." But that was very cool. He bought a T-shirt from the vendor that was next to us.
Yes, he did.
I thought that was very cool too.
He complimented. So we sold
Oh, so yeah, we had
Jason
different
masks.
merchandise.
You
Yeah,
had different
so we
merchandise.
had shirts, but we had some more shirts, more than we did the first time at Spooky Empire. We were selling custom Jason masks that I painted, some custom skeletons, and then the mystery boxes, stickers, and the air fresheners.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
And he commented on Sammy's Jason mask. He was like, "That's great."
Mm-hmm.
And he thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes, I liked
So
getting compliments. That was nice.
the last time he came up, we were just about ready to open the booth for the day, and I was like, "You know what? Can we get a picture of you?"
Please.
And he was like super cool with it. And he just was like, "Here, let me." I was pulling up my phone. He was like, "Let me take it." And he's so much shorter than you would think.
He's
like,
my height.
He's Sammy's height.
Mm-hmm. But when I had looked out of curiosity, but they're all like around that height.
Yeah.
So I did not realize that like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Allison Hannigan, they are not very tall people. So
how tall are they?
They're all around that same 5'4", 5'5".
Really? And that's why it makes them look so much taller
yes,
on
and
TV.
granted, they're going to put the girls, teenagers, sometimes in like higher high heels and stuff.
Right.
So they'll look a little bit taller, but realistically, like we are all the same height.
Yeah.
Which I did not realize. And I was like, oh, okay. So if I ever see Sarah Michelle Gellar, we'll be like eye to eye.
Eye to eye.
Yeah.
But it was just so like the first time he popped up, like Sammy was looking down, and then I
just thought it was a customer
popped up and was like, "Oh my god!"
I just thought it was like another, customer walking up, and I can't remember if I was like changing the music or something on my phone, and I looked up and I was like, "Oh fuck, it's Seth Green."
Yeah,
it's not just anybody. Like, oh,
and it caught me by surprise too. I met the girl from the craft. I can't remember her name.
Well, you talked at her while she walked by,
but Sammy asked me how I knew it was her because she has very recognizable eyes.
I think I know what you're talking about now.
And I was like, when I was getting ready for the convention, I was watching Ended Days with her and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And when she walked by, I wanted to say, "Hey, I liked you in Ended Days." She was also in Prison Break as well. Big fan of Prison Break. For all my Prison Break fans. But she's been in a gaggle of movies. I mean, she was in a movie with Chris O'Donnell. It was a climbing movie. I've watched it, but I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah.
Vertical Limits, I think, when they're trying to reach the summit of a mountain. She was in that one. She was in The Craft. She was in Prison Break. She was in a lot of older movies as well. You would not think of that, but she's done a lot of work. And she's very cool. I gave her a business card with all of our podcasts.
Seth Green a business card.
But I doubt she listened.
At least you handed out the
But
business
I gave
cards.
her and Seth Green one. So
why not?
if you guys are listening.
Yes.
We saw Rainn Wilson. He does
barely.
He does wear glasses.
Yeah,
that
he was there on Sunday. Only Sunday. He had a lot of people coming to see him.
I hear he's a very cool guy in person.
Everybody said that. Everyone said he was super nice.
Very, very funny, very, personable. So big shout out to Rainn Wilson.
I mean, we saw some of like the Halloween 3. Who walked by? Do you remember which one of them you said had walked by?
The main guy on Halloween 3, the doctor.
Atkins.
Okay. He walked by our booth, and I was like, no, that can't be.
I didn't catch it.
And I
would have loved to see Dick Warlock, but I didn't see him.
I saw Dick Warlock because I walked down there.
But I didn't see him walk by the booth. Because sometimes when they were going to the panel, so the way that the thing was set up was down to if we were facing out, down to our left was the celebrities, and then down to our right was where they did the panels. And we couldn't hear the panels because we were too far, but they have screens on both sides of the arena so that you can always see what's going on and who's on stage.
Right.
And if you're down a little bit further, you could hear from wherever you were. So you could be shopping and still listening to the panels.
Right.
So we were a little too far to be able to hear it, but we could at least see who was on screen.
We saw Ron Perlman walk by.
Oh, Ron Perlman. We did see him go by.
He was very cool. He's not as tall as I thought he was going to be. I thought he'd
be taller too.
I thought he was going to be bigger. He was in Blade 2. He was in a lot of other things.
What's your favorite movie?
What? Oh, Hellboy?
Yeah,
He
it's
was
like
in
you didn't even list
Hellboy.
Hellboy. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. A lot of people came to see it. He was only there
very popular.
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, he was only
So,
there 2 days. It was hard to keep track.
and then who was it? The Ozzy's son.
Oh, Jack Osborne.
Jack
he was there all
Osborne.
3
He
days.
dipped out real early.
But Sunday he was gone. Like before it closed, he was gone.
A lot of the celebrities, I would kind of get annoyed about that.
The celebrities, were pretty much gone
by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and it was open till 6. But some of the vendors honestly started kind of packing up by like 5 or 5:30 because I mean the celebrities were gone and a lot of the people were kind of dispersed. But we did make one last sale, like after we had started backing up, we had to go and I had to find it in a box. But thank you.
Thank you.
No complaints about that.
I always love those sales when people come to the booth and they know what they want. Hey, let me get that shirt.
It did happen on occasion where people just immediately walked up and they were like, this is what I want. And we did have some people who left and came back. Yeah.
And whoever went to our Etsy store, thank you for the sales.
Yes. They're still available on the Etsy store. That code is still good. If you got a paper or took a picture of our Etsy information, that code is still good, by the way.
We just released a new design today. It's a Snape shirt.
The Snape shirt is out. Where's mine?
And we'll have to order it for you because I don't have.
I've been requesting the shirt
but
for like a month.
That's out. I will have another couple more Harry Potter ones coming, but that is officially out today.
Oh, very cool.
So if you've been checking out on our Etsy store, I always told you guys that's the best to keep up to date with new merchandise dropping.
Yes.
That's the best place to do it. Again, I told this to everybody. We're a small studio. We're an independent studio. So every sale helps us out. So thank you guys for coming to the booth.
And we'll see if maybe we can post on the Boogeyman pod some more shout outs to people who came by the booth.
Yeah. For
Instagram. I was going to try and pull it up, but there's just too many people that I just can't go through it.
I tried to do that too. Like post like individually.
But we'll try to in the next week. We'll repost some photos and tag people. And
I definitely want to thank Matt. He came by and bought a mystery box. It was on Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. But I want to say
they
thank
bleed
him.
Together, and I can't remember.
The days bleed together. But I wanted to say thank you. He knew Kevin. He was like on our demo reel. He was like, "Oh, that's Kevin."
Oh yeah, when it was playing, it was Sunday then because that's when the reel was playing. So yeah, he recognized Kevin. Also, shout out to Delilah Dream Designs. Please go check her out on Instagram. She does these really cool dream catchers. They're custom ones. I don't have it up yet because I can't decide where I want to put it.
But yeah,
but she had one that was Ariel that I got, and it's legit.
Yeah, so go check her out. We'll put her link in the show notes, but go check her out.
Very, very cool.
So
yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, I really liked Spookala. Was a lot of fun.
It was a lot different.
It was very tiring.
It was more inclusive. And that's what I kind of liked more about that than Spooky Empire, because it was more inclusive for vendors. I met a lot of different vendors.
I tried to follow a lot of them that I thought were cool stuff. You know, also shout out to you. Matt was the cop, right?
Yeah.
You shout out. There's another Matt that I wanted to shout out, Matthew Morrison. His Insta is Matthew Morrison 1612. He met us at Spooky Empire and you talked to him.
I did an interview with him.
And then he came and said hello at Spookala. So
big shout out to you.
Thank you. Him. I know I was looking for his Insta in particular because it was very nice of him to come and say hello. I thought that was really really nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. But he was one that stuck out in my head because it was so nice to see him, and then he came back to say hello. And then I cannot remember their names, but the two brothers we had seen the very last day at Spooky Empire and the very last day at Spookala. He bought some shirts from us. Yes. So that was very cool too.
Big shout out to Marvin and Zach for helping me with the video at Spooky Empire. They're part of my video crew. So big thank you for that.
Robby roped them into doing that. And then
what?
We learned that I'm not the only one who thinks you talk too much.
Yes, Marvin thinks I talk too much.
Marvin was a bit cranky and was making me laugh, so I enjoyed that.
Okay. Well,
Damn,
thank
I thought
you.
he was gonna ask one question. He didn't even ask what's your favorite horror movie. That shit was cracking me up. Marvin was just going on a tangent, and it was very funny.
Well, you guys should be new best friends.
I just thought it was hilarious.
New
That's all
best
I'm
friends.
saying. I'm sorry if it bothers you, but I'm just letting you know.
Why don't you shout out your friend Ariel? She followed us.
Oh yeah, Ariel. Well, she came by Spooky Empire. Didn't get to Spookala, but what up, Ariel?
What's her name? What's her Instagram?
She's got what is it?
Horror.
I can't remember
Horror
what her
show.
name is. Hold on. Let me get it for you. I'll have to pull her up. Stars, but it's STARZ of horrors.
That's
but please
it.
don't send her weird messages on Instagram.
She loves that. Go ahead
She
and
does
do that.
not love
Go ahead and do that.
She will fuck with you if you do that.
She is a fun girl, but
yeah,
please don't do that.
Ariel is a spooky friend, as we say. Yes.
So
you made some other spooky friends too. I can't remember what their handles are though.
Like we said, we will.
Yeah,
we will
I'm gonna have
more.
to. Yeah, because it's just I can't remember because I love to shout out everybody and I just can't remember.
It's so overwhelming.
Everybody's like Insta handles, so I'll have to like
the people that were in Spooky Empire, but we saw you at Spookala, and you guys were the Dick in the Box people.
Oh, the Dick in the Box family.
Big shout out to you guys.
First of all, please explain.
So
what they Spooky Empire and then
Spooky
Spookala.
Empire. If you guys remember the Justin Timberlake video, the whole Dick in the Box thing, they literally had a box, and the wife was wearing it, and they had a dildo in there, and they had, if you opened up the box, they had like chocolate colored like covered pretzels, but in shape of a penis. And then when it got lower, you could see the dick in there, the dildo, right? So they were there with the radio, like the song "My Dick in a Box," right?
Mm-hmm.
So they came to Spookala as Bram Stoker's Dracula. So very cool.
So this is what I was looking for. So, and then our new other spooky friends that we met there. So we met, if you look up the Mando tier, that's the man DOTEER, the Mando tier. That's Chris. We met him. He was working at Spookala. And then Mekensey, hers is Jailhouse Spock for her Instagram handle. I'll post it in there too.
Yeah, they're our new friends.
I hate trying to figure out Instagram handles sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like the words. But yeah, they're very, very cool. He does a podcast as well. But they release it like once a month.
It's about the Great Movie Ride.
Well, that's how they got started.
But they customize it for you.
Yeah,
like,
it's literally called the GMR. Yeah, the Great Movie Radio Show.
So their podcast is about the Great Movie Ride. It's the Great Movie Ride radio show, but they customize what it would be your experience.
So it's a movie podcast. This is how he explained it. It's a movie podcast. So it's not about the ride. They started off talking about the movies from the ride, but now the way they do it is they'll have guests on and say, if you are making the Great Movie Ride, what movies would you have in it? Then you talk about the movies. That's
what I'm saying, that you customize it to your Great Movie Ride.
It was confusing the way.
No, I appreciate you clarifying.
Obviously not.
But yeah.
It's fine. Anyway.
Do you have a lot of fun doing the shows?
I did. It was a lot of fun. It's exhausting, but I would definitely do it again, which is good since we're already planning
at least 3 more.
3, yeah.
So
we're looking at 90s Con.
90s Con in September.
Spookala.
And then Spooky Empire at the end of October.
It's a lot of work. So I'm going to start on some more masks now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else. And then you've got t-shirts that you're working on.
Yeah, t-shirts.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we had talked about.
We'll have more stickers at the next
one. Oh yeah, some more like custom stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. But and maybe some prints because we talked about doing that too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was another thing. So like prints of some stuff.
Yeah.
Not the originals. because I'm attached to them. But we got like Iron Man, we got
Scream.
Ghostface, and we've got a lot of other ones not featured in here.
So
that we're thinking about doing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check out the Etsy store, 1950 Studios. If you haven't, there's Halloween shirts, Scream, Ghostface shirts, now a Snape shirt.
Now a Snape shirt. More to come for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Spookala?
No, it was a lot of fun. I am hoping that Spooky Empire will be better because it's the 20th.
Everyone says in October
it's a bigger show.
Like, yeah, and October is always crazy, they say, for Spooky Empire.
So
as well, busier. And I thought the spring one was pretty busy. So
yeah,
it's interesting to see. And Spookala was very busy, I felt like. And now they're going to be in Tampa for the next show.
Yes.
This one is at the Tampa Fairgrounds.
Yes.
So I'm curious to see how that is when we get there. I have a feeling it's going to be similar to the way it is now, though.
Yeah,
they seem to like arenas and not convention centers,
right? When
they're looking for places, so it's a much more open concept,
right,
than some of the other conventions. Because the Spooky Empire we went to last time, was that at the Hyatt? I think it was.
Yeah.
So that's where it'll be again.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
Yeah.
They had a whole bunch of rooms.
They're already announcing stars. Like
yeah, Spooky
Jason
Empire is starting
to be there.
Robert
Engel is going to be there. The guy that plays Freddy.
And
Pinhead, the guy that plays the original Pinhead,
is going to be there too.
He's going to be there.
And Spookala is going to have Freddie Prinze Jr., Jamie Kennedy, Nick Castle,
Skeet Aldridge.
Oh yeah, Skeet's gonna be there. People keep posting that they hope that means there'll be like a whole Scream reunion, because they also have the stunt guy from the original Scream, who was Ghostface.
David Arquette's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, I always forget. I don't know why I keep forgetting about David Arquette, because that's like,
yeah,
that's why everyone's like, maybe there'll be more Scream people announced because of the people that they've already announced.
Kevin Smith is going to be there.
Kevin Smith is on the list. Yes. I'm trying to look and see. Those are the main ones.
Yeah, those are the big ones
so far. Yeah, I'm trying to mix it up with the one we just saw. But we saw Jamie Kennedy there.
Yeah.
At the first Spookala.
Yeah, he was very cool.
And he was very nice. So hopefully, and I'm excited about going to this one because we know Nick Castle wandered around the last time we were there. So I'm like, I hope he comes by, because Mikey will be with us once again, hanging out at Spookala, Spooky Empire, and 90s Con. He comes with us. Yeah. Officially everywhere. He is our friend.
Yes.
Yes. We added a skeleton buddy for him, but Mikey is the big draw. Everybody likes him or takes photos with him or stares at him because he's got very creepy eyes.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
So that's how you'll know it's us, because you'll see him there.
So
anything else to share? Exciting things?
No, I think that's about it. Again, thank you for everybody that came by our booth.
It was great meeting all of you. Yes.
Thank you for supporting us. Again, we're independent producers and media company, and everything helps. Yep.
So again, check out the Etsy store. Are you gonna have the stickers available on there?
I will. I'm getting the stickers made, and they'll be up on there soon.
And like, he's obviously adding shirts because he just added the Snape one today, but the watch for the stickers. At this time, we don't plan to have the Jason masks there, so those will be convention exclusive when you come by to see us. The prints, though, they probably will eventually end up on Etsy, but right now, probably the only time they'll be available coming up is probably going to be starting at 90s Con. So we'll see how that goes. And then as far as the podcast goes, because we suck and we're behind, we will be finishing Halloween with Halloween Kills, or I'm sorry, Halloween Ends.
Yeah,
Halloween Ends. I should know this last one. Hello. Halloween Ends. I'm hoping to have that one out next week.
Yes.
That's the plan, to try and catch up a little bit. So we'll do the final Halloween, talk about it, break it down, and then if we can get our lives together, I'm hoping the following week. So we'll try and do 3 weeks in a row, and then we'll go back to our bi-weekly posting.
We're going to do Monster Squad.
We're going to do Monster Squad.
For all
and
my Monster Squad fans out there.
And then after that, I think we're going into Lost Boys, I think is what we officially decided. So we're going to take a little break from the slasher films because we did a lot of those. Do a little bit more fun ones. And then I don't think we've officially decided what we're going to do next, but we will figure it out.
Yep. If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, anything you want us to watch, we'd be more than happy to.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for checking us out. Thank you for everybody who stopped at both of our booths.
Please come see us again.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You Can't Kill the Boogeyman podcast is produced and hosted by Robby and Sammi Brooksby as part of the Limitless Broadcasting Podcast Network. Post-production and intro by Sammi Brooksby. Follow the show on Instagram at BoogeymanPod. You can also follow the Limitless Broadcasting Company at Limitless Broadcasting and your horror hosts at Robert 1950 Studios and at The Samalam. We also have a TikTok at 1950 Studios. Email your creepy comments and spooky suggestions to us at boogeymanpod@gmail.com. Don't forget, everyone is entitled to one good scare. Have a horrific week.